Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream, guys. तो पोजेशन गेम प्ले से देखते हैं क्या बनता है आज। हेलो रंजोत भाई, कैसे हो आप? मैं बढ़िया भाई, आप बताओ क्या हाल चाल हैं आपके? और बताओ कैसे चल रही है आपकी डिवीज़न?
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing
मेरा
from the
क्यूसी में
stands
बहुत
here.
डीएमएफ
These
पर
fans
प्रॉब्लम
love
हो
their
रही है।
football and we're
कौन सा
about to be
डीएमएफ
pushed up a piece of it.
कर रहे हो यूज़ आप?
The action has already started.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can.
Ribery
It's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we just
DMF को
seen.
ना
They have a
आप
habit of making the
डिफेंसिव
presence
इंस्ट्रक्शन दे
felt,
दो
and here we are, early stages.
कांते
He's scored
एंड
one, and he looks
ओके
hungry for more.
दोनों को
Perfect
आप
placement. The one
डिफेंसिव
place
इंस्ट्रक्शन
the
दे दो
keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Santos are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. He's having a shot!
डिफेंसिव इंस्ट्रक्शन देके देखो
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Now it's Cruyff. Great vision. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, he's been caught napping.
तुम मेरी आईडी रिव्यू करो इस मैच के बाद ओके ठीक है भाई करता हूँ
And here's Suarez.
That's going in strongly.
And it's Ribery. And here's Cruyff. Ribery will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's well spotted. And that's the end of that. It all
मेरे
started
दो
right
सेंटर
enough.
बैक बिल्डअप है बिल्डअप सेंटर बैक मत खिलाओ
Santos,
क्योंकि वो
happy to
थोड़ा
sit
ऊपर
back for
खड़े
the
रहेंगे
Yeah,
जब
everything
आपके
they're
पास
doing, screams
बॉल होगी
counter-attack, but it's a long
बाकी चेक करता हूँ
counter-attack.
टीम
When
देखते हैं
they
क्या
win it
क्या
back,
कर सकते
they're
हैं
not wasting any time.
Martinez! Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Gets a good foot in there. Palmer. Dani Olmo. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cruyff. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And reclaimed it in a trice. Palmer. Nice looking ball. Oh, that was vital. And he can clear
मैं
it
भाई
away.
पंजाब इंडिया पंजाब
Driving on and making good progress. Martinez. Ribery. And it's Nedved. Tries to play it through.
There will be one.
And this is
minute
Luis
added
Suarez. And he's in on goal. Goes down, but nothing given.
यस
Referee's had a look. And he's blown his whistle for half time.
आप इतने हमारे पुराने व्यूअर
Well,
हो
there were plenty of talking points in that first
आपको तो
half,
पता
but
होना
just the
चाहिए
one
भाई
goal. It's still anybody's
Please
game
take
here.
this opportunity to pay a visit
How would
to
you
our
review the
official
first
store
half?
where
Well,
memorabilia
it's
from
obvious,
today's
Peter, that
match
this
are now
team
available.
was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands. So no wonder they've got their tails up at half time.
Coming on to replace him
Leading
is
1-0 and
मजाक कर रहा हूँ भाई
that gets things going for the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference.
नाइस बरगुमी
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Lahm got a long way forward to join the attack. And they win it back again.
नाइस
And that could set him on his way. Suarez has it in a wide position.
अब एक
It's an errant pass.
एमएसएन पैक आएगा नहीं भाई बहुत मुश्किल अब
Maldini
नई
kicks
अपडेट
out
में
for the
आ
goal
सकता
kick.
है इस बार तो मुश्किल अभी
McAllister. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Ribery. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. It's Luis Suarez.
अबे कौन सा जीके है ये
Oh, that
मेरे पास भी सुआरेस है 108 वाला, तो
Suarez
खिलाओ ना
really
उसको।
must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very
सुआरेस
first
के
corner.
सारे कार्ड बढ़िया हैं।
Terrific
अबे
header.
ये कौन है जीके?
That has been knocked clear.
अबे ये जीके कौन है?
Santos have the chance to go the other way. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now, what about a counter-attack? Martinez tries to pass it through. No, he's just misjudged that one. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Oh, that's a
Nice,
fine
Virgomi.
interception.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
ये देखो लुइस सुआरेस कितने बढ़िया रन है। मैं खिला रहा हूँ। ओके,
Two up now, and they are cruising.
सुआरेस के सारे कार्ड बढ़िया हैं भाई।
One outcome.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Luis Suarez. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And now they can clear their lines. Oh, that's a key interception. Leading by two, and the finishing line in sight. Clipped into space. Keep the ball, and you win the game. It really is that simple. Loose
नाइस।
ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Lam. Luis Suarez. Oh, some tackle that.
अबे फाउल नहीं दिया।
And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that's that. So smiles all round as they
भेजो
shake
अपनी
as
आईडी
they
में चेक
indulge
करूँ
in
जरा।
the post-whistle euphoria. A winner.
नेडवेड तो भाई मेरा भी फेवरेट है। चलो जीत। मैं आईफोन यूज़र हूँ भाई। देखो आपके पास स्ट्राइकर टॉप नॉच, ठीक है। सलीबा को ना दूसरी साइड खिलाओ पहले तो, क्योंकि ये आपका जो राइट बैक है ये आगे चला जाएगा तो सलीबा उस कवर कर लेगा वो पोजीशन को, ठीक है। तो फास्ट है सलीबा। और दूसरे नंबर पे अपने ईएमएफ थोड़ा वाइड रखो। इतना सेंट्रल रखी हुई है ना आपने, देखो डीएमएफ ईएमएफ सी सेंटर फॉरवर्ड सब एक ही लाइन में है, तो अपने ईएमएफ को थोड़ा वाइड रखो बाहर को। और ये आपका जो है डीएमएफ है इसको दोनों को डिफेंसिव दे दो, ठीक है। ये काम करो, फिर देखना ऐसे ट्राई करो यार। डिफेंसिव इंस्ट्रक्शन दो डीएमएफ को, अगर आपको लग रहा है कि वो डिफेंस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। Good night, brother. Okay, bro. Good night. Thank you for coming and joining the stream.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here.
Peter, we're about to see how
अबे नहीं यार.
two runners.
Goes for a shot! Oh, so
Hello,
close to
Simp
what
Gaming,
would
bro.
have been a memorable goal.
How are you?
Clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have
Welcome
gone
to
with
the
his
stream.
instincts.
क्या मिस किया मेसी ने यहाँ पे?
Ribery.
अबे रिबेरी
Kept
कहाँ पास दे
aware,
दिया?
and it is reclaimed easily. Messi. Now, can they get him away? Can he get onto this? Maldini. Nedved. Salam. Knocks it into space. It's a promising position.
अबे यार.
Oh, not quite. De Bruyne. And it's Doué. Aimed beyond the defence. De Bruyne. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Del Piero. Still goalless. Mateus. The ball is bounced loose now. Spain trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Doué! Off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Tries to pass it through. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And he's away. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
All eyes on the
अबे
referee.
यार.
It's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To open the scoring. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
Spain have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt.
Shot a goal!
अबे
Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared away. Spain are looking to go forward now. McAllister.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's a shade
2
optimistic.
minutes has been indicated.
Yeah. And Here's Van Nistelrooy. Nedved played, and it's half-time here. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support for our World Charity Fund. Substitution for Spain, number 25.
So off we go once more.
Coming on the field is
Colorado Springs really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And no surprise, that's a booking. Well seen.
अबे कहाँ पास दे रहा है भाई?
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, perfectly measured that. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mateus. Looking for the run. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Luis Suarez gets through on his own. And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Luis Suarez. And that's a good ball. Shoots!
Nice Suarez.
They have come roaring back.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
number 10, Luis Suarez.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
McAllister is the team's great visionary. Nicely weighted ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. Mateus. And it's Nedved. Luis Suarez. He's beaten. It's Luis Suarez!
अबे यार.
And he has kept it out somehow.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Number 18.
It's their second corner of the game.
Coming on to replace him is number 8, Owen.
Rijkaard trying to keep this in. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Bale. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. That's an imaginative pass. Can he get it through? Now there's a fine ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Great ball, and he's in here. Shot, surely!
अबे यार.
Goal, Spain! Into the lead once more. That is lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured. It was simply inch perfect.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender.
He rises! Unspoiled kindly here.
What the hell यार?
Should have equalised.
Nedved really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
McAllister. Coming on the field is number 17, Mateus.
And it's Pato. It's good running with the ball.
Colorado Springs really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
He's forced to go back. White is always looking to play quality balls. Marquinhos. Costa Curta. De Bruyne. Madrol. No, that was never
टाइम
gonna make
पास
it.
कर रहा है यार.
So that's it. It is all over. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to...
It's Luis Suarez! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And it's Ribery. Ribery will not want to lose out. Ribery!
अबे यार.
He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. Galatasaray are looking to go forward now. And claimed it back swiftly. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Torres. Mateus knocks it into space. Cruyff is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nicely shaped ball. Looking to play him in. Ups for safety. Now it's Cruyff. And this is Luis Suarez. Just eases him off the ball. Nedved. Rijkaard getting this one clear. And they've got a throw. Neither side yet able to find the net. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Cruyff. Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Luis Suarez. Looking for options for movement. Nedved gets into some space. Looking to go deep.
लाइक कर दो भाई सभी लोग, लाइक द स्ट्रीम। हेलो भाजी, की हाल चाल? दमन भाजी, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम।
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
So you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's an extremely good chance.
बढ़िया भाजी, बढ़िया
For
जगह।
that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Oh, what has happened here? Flings in a... Oh, smashing header!
हरी बरी क्या हेडर मार रहा है।
Good try. The outcome could
हेलो
so
जोर
easily have
भाई,
been
क्या हाल
different.
चाल?
Yeah,
बढ़िया
I think
बढ़िया
he's going
भाई,
to be a
आप
bit
बताओ।
disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And this is Adriano. Threads one in. Lam picks it up out wide. Oh, what a
अबे
climb!
क्या हेडर मारा है।
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. And this is Adriano. Oh, chance!
एड्रियानो।
They score! The breakthrough strike. So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
अबे पार्टी टू स्टार।
Batistuta! Oh, how good is he? A finish right from the top draw. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye. Cruyff gets through on his own. Can he finish?
क्राइफ।
Really well taken goal. And they're back in front. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And this is Batistuta. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mateus knocks it into space, and this is Ribery face to face with the keeper. And a chance!
अबे कौन सा कीपर है ये?
Cover this. That's tidy. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Neymar. Batistuta!
मुझे कोर्तवा लग रहा है।
Oh, that is rather wayward.
वही इतना क्लोज रेंज से रोक सकता
No
है।
shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
डेविड डीगा यार कितना क्लोज से रोक लिया उसने।
That looks a decent ball.
अबे क्या,
And that is expertly dealt
खुद
with.
ही फिनिश कर देना था यार।
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Looking for the run. Shot could be on.
अबे बटन
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
टैप इन नहीं हो रहा मुझसे यार।
Thuram spots it and intercepts. Great vision. That has ended up in no man's land.
1v1 होगा मेरे साथ।
And he's thrown his
करते हैं
whistle
भाई,
for
करते हैं, रुको वेट करो
It was
थोड़ा।
a very watchable and entertaining half of football. It's fair to say that both teams have
हमसे
played
टैप इन
their
नहीं हो
parts.
पा रहा है।
Reminder to let you know
It is
that we'll be
quite
able
a
to
game,
catch today's
breathless
match
and
broadcast
laced with
live on our
excitement.
club's
Well, I
FM
think the
station.
message from the manager at
Substitution.
half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Now it's Cruyff. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Rivaldo. Rivaldo. Puskás. Rivaldo. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's got away. Crosses it in here. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Looking to play him in. Oh, well measured. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Nedved. And this is Cruyff. Oh, just skips past his man and tries!
भाई इससे बैनी ऑल्मो गुड कार्ड भी। हाँ भाई बढ़िया कार्ड है, जितने भी मैंने उससे मैच खेले हैं ना बढ़िया है। और स्किल सबसे बड़ी बात, स्किल उसके पास बहुत बढ़िया है। फिनोमिनल पास इज गुड स्किल फॉर EMF।
Has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
No way through. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Can he get it through? And this is Cruyff. Big chance!
दोनों कार्ड बढ़िया हैं वैसे वो।
Utopia, and they are cavorting. Pomp, panache, and passion. This a man full of it all. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Rivaldo. Puskás. Nedved. You can run onto that. And he's away. Real chance!
एड्रियानो भाई, एंड व्हाट अबाउट द अदर वन। दोनों कार्ड भाई बढ़िया हैं।
Players ecstatic. Fans delirious.
मैकलिस्टर is also good card. His stats are just good. And visionary pass is also good for link up. DMF to see center forward link up. Both cards are great, equally good. Benny Olmo playstyle is better than that McAllister playstyle. लाइक कर दो भाई सभी। नेस्ता और इसे खिला के देखें एक मैच में। एड्रियानो से ही करते हैं स्टार्ट। पोजेशन वर्सेस पोजेशन। भाई वो न्यू मैनेजर कैसा है? वो बैकनबायर की बात कर रहे हो आप? ही इज़ LBC all LBC managers are same.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already started here.
There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
अबे
Well, it's got to be
स्किल हो जाती ना वहाँ पे.
Who's arguing?
Yeah, and he's a living, breathing symbol of leadership, loyalty,
बैकनबायर का वो
devotion to his
क्या
craft.
बोलते हैं
What a
उसको.
player.
और लिंकअप भी बढ़िया है. CMF2
Infallible then, but that won't be the
Centre
last they'll
forward.
see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Thuram cuts out the pass. Played into space. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Now that is a hefty
Nice.
challenge.
Yeah, link-up is good. But DMF2 center forward link-up is more affecting.
He's a sharp hit of ball here. Oh, easy pickings there. Tries to play it through. Now it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Great, it's Cristiano!
अबे नहीं यार.
And it's a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, played right into his path. Big chance!
What was that pass here?
It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there. But you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And now he has two. So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
No. Kaka! Great effort, beautifully taken.
मेरे प्लेयर बढ़िया खेल रहे हैं. वेलकम भाई, वेलकम.
Exactly what the situation required.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Cruyff. Now it's Ribéry. And here's Cruyff. And this is Adriano. Van Dijk proves too strong, too smart. Valverde. Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Bellingham. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Oh, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's a sharp
2
pass.
added minutes has been indicated.
Lahm has it in a wide position. Lahm delivers.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick
Volunteers
themselves up
reach
from
block.
here.
Please
But
report to the
there's still a
staff room
maybe at play.
immediately.
Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Substitution on the field. Number 23, Adriano. Number 9, Johan Cruyff.
There's the start of the second
Coming
half.
on the field, Number 6.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And the shot! Cleared away. Pinged towards the front line. And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
60 minutes played. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Pato. Oh, there's a probing ball. Pato showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. No, again, there's no way through. Now it's Pato, and it's Nedved.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to check.
Great chance!
बे क्या शूट अभी तक
That's
नहीं
what you
मार रहे
call
बंदे यार.
inspired goalkeeping. That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Messi. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Gives it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Looking for a runner. Not the most accurate pass. Bergobi.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Well timed, excellent interception. Nedved.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Now who's going to be first to this? And Del Piero! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Nedved, great vision. Now that's well seen too. It's a pretty loose pass.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of
लाइक कर
noise
दो
and
भाई
energy.
सभी लोग।
This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he? No, but it's... Shevchenko! Shevchenko! This guy is class!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it.
There's the shot! And he hits the net! Two! And we've barely begun here. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
He's having a shot!
हमारी बार गोल ही नहीं
Every
थे
bit the
यार।
assured keeper there.
Cruyff actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be
हेलो
honest.
डेविड ब्रो।
And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance for a shot! It's there!
हेलो
Yeah, he
बिग
did well
फैन
not to
थैंक
stray
यू।
offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes.
Foul
Now
भी
all
दे
of a
दो
sudden,
उन्होंने।
it seems the belief is back.
He's having a good look here. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. And he's gone backward here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Shoots!
नो
He's got a goal! And
बेकार।
there's the goal they've been
हैप्पी
looking
वांगू
for.
गाਲਾਂ ਕੱਢਣ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਤਾਂ।
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You could certainly sense a real change of mood here.
Messi is on his own. Shot goal! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really...
And Cruyff!
रोको रोको
Loose
रोको
now, they
भरावा।
want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping. And the cross comes in. And it's hoisted clear. 15 minutes till half-time. Nicely weighted ball. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Messi! And he's lifted it
ये
over.
भी होना चाहिए था ना।
Most definitely hit it
सभी
with
हो
a
तो
lot
रहे
of
हैं
venom
जी।
and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Messi. Pinches it off him. That's a little off target. Now it's Alvarez. This decent shot!
मैं तो
And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! There was to be only one outcome.
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Fernandez. Now it's Alvarez. Now this could be a chance. Now that's well seen too. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Please take this opportunity to pay a visit to our official store where memorabilia from today's match are now available.
So off we go once more.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be. But they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Ribéry. No outsmarting him this time. Gattuso. Now it's Alvarez. He's found a way through. And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
Natal certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Fernandez. And now they can spring out of defence. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Shevchenko, and here's Messi. Shevchenko. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he shoots! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that.
Corner number 2 then. So, third corner of the game. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's found a way through.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, that's a key interception. Mateus, closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Cruyff. Fernandez. Now it's Alvarez. Now it's Shevchenko. Nedved. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Messi. Maldini gets across to intercept that. He has slightly undercooked that one.
Colorado Springs clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Cruyff. Messi. No, that's been intercepted. Nedved. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Fernandez. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Nedved is the guilty party there.
1 minute added time.
Costa Curta. And this is Messi. Can he finish? That's that, the end. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. So what do you take away from it all?
15,000 रैंक बंदेगा.
I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
Well, he does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment is an inspiration for everyone to follow.
Closest thing to a manager on the pitch.
Can't argue with that.
There's the crossfield ball, and it's Lopez. Rice, and it's Kukçu. Now, can they get him away? Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Nedved. Now it's Luis Suarez, looking to play him in. And this is Griezmann. Plenty to aim at here. And they've got rid. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Rafinha. Well, played right into his path. Shoots! Goal! Barcelona! Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Tries to play it through. Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Out to the right. He's in space and looking for options. He is through here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Short changes him with that pass. That's a lovely, neat pass. There were better options before the ball was lost. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Colorado Springs certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
He's got away. Pato! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Adams. That could spell trouble. It's Pato! Goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
45 minutes is
And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. And it's half-time here. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Colorado Springs really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And there's still a... Pato! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So we have a breakthrough. now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another? Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Fermin. Looking for options for movement.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Kukçu unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Couldn't squeeze it through. Bruno Fernandes, who does have an assist to his name, and it's Kimmich. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Nedved aimed beyond the defence. Luis Suarez. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Griezmann. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good spread. Cross from Rafinha. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Good ball, good take.
Nice, nice, Michael, nice,
Holland
nice.
is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Nedved. Adams gets across to intercept that. I think we're just about done here. Griezmann, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Great vision.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Ball is over the line. Lahm receives it in a wide position.
There will be 1 minute at a
Kimmich
time.
attempts a clearance. And with that, the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game.
लाइक कर दो भाई स्क्रीन। Anyone here for a count review, please let me know in the chat.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as the two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key.
There's the shot! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Messi, and here's Suarez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. But he's well positioned here, and the ball's come loose here. And this is Messi, closing. Messi! Oh, it's hit the post!
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Shoots! Chiellini can get it clear. Maldini cuts out the pass. And here's Suarez. And this is Del Piero!
अबे Del Piero.
It's hit the crossbar.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Knocks it into space. And he welcomes it in. That is a brilliant interception. And he's lost his man here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Now it's Messi. Chiellini. Passing is crisp and sharp. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Italy clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error. Shot, surely! Cannavaro gets it clear. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now the ball's gone astray.
अबे कहाँ पास दे रहा है यार?
Aimed beyond the defence. Now that's well seen too. Xavi Alonso. Looking to play him in. Can he get it through? And he's only too happy to take that back. Best. And the counter is on. He's picked his way through. Torres! Yeri gets flagged offside. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. Nicely weighted ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Bergomi. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Here we go again.
Colorado Springs can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Leicester did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's Luis Suarez! And he hits the net. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little man. Messi! Goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Nedved. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
De Bruyne. Now, can they get him away? And he was quick to react. And it's Eze. Now it's Vieri. Vieira. That pass has been well intercepted. Zanetti. He's in a great position here. De Bruyne. Good ball, good take.
Italy really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Fired deep towards the back post.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Colorado Springs clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And Torres! And it's in! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Bro, which is easy PvP or AI for 30 guns?
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
PvP is
This is quite a battle.
easier.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much...
Griezmann! Oh, should have put that away.
Griezmann has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Well read, nice interception. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He won't be happy with that one.
Added minutes has
He's
been
in a good
indicated.
position here.
अबे यार
De Bruyne. Best. De Bruyne threads one in. 4 extra minutes added on. It's run loose here. And here's Vieri. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal.
हेलो आर के गेमर ब्रो, क्या हाल चाल है? मैच देख रहा हूँ, दोनों हो रहे हैं मतलब।
The stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, Kvaratskhelia is a player who can do some serious damage. He brings a lovely intensity to that left flank and thrives on getting into half spaces. I think his biggest strength is his footwork, his ability on the ball. He's just so skillful at going past defenders and getting good delivery into the box. This guy is really one to watch out for.
Oh, what a...
अबे यार,
It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Looking to play him in. Oh, shooting chance! It's in!
हेलो डायमंड ब्रोस, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम ब्रदर।
All square, you score, we score!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop.
मार
Just
तो
get
रही
back
है
on the
तो
pitch
कॉल पे एंड
and
ओपन।
level the
ओके
scores
ओके
again.
ओके,
This is cracking stuff.
लाइव देखते मैं थे।
Nicely aimed pass. And claimed it back swiftly. Ribéry. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Taken back almost at once. Kvaratskhelia. He has found the way through. Chance, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's there to belt it away. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And it's Cruyff. Passing is crisp and sharp. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And this is Cruyff. Oh, easy pickings there. Nedved. Brilliantly cut out.
Added time.
Now this could be a chance. And it's half-time here. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Reflections on the first half?
I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them.
लाइक कर दो भाई सभी लोग.
Got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So we're just settling back into this second half. Nedved. Great ball if he can get there.
कमाल है यार.
He's put through his own net.
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise. Surprise, surprise. What a crazy start to the second half. The star man finds his own net. Crazy.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take what...
And the shot! Goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba delivers. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He's found a way through. Decent chance! And this is Pato. Kvaratskhelia tries to play it through. Nice interception, well timed. Messi. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Pato, oh, well played. And the shot! It's a goal! And the comeback is complete! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up was brilliant. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! They have stolen level at the last! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And yes, it's him again. All. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Magic. What a magical football match. And the noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
लाइक कर दो भाई स्ट्रीम सारे.
And we're underway. The wait had become maddening for Argentina fans. 28 years since their last major title. They finally managed it. And it was, of course, largely down to this man.
Yeah, and they won it in the best way possible against Brazil, in Brazil. Okay, it wasn't exactly a classic match by any means, but still, they did it.
It's the significance of it, of course. If there was ever any doubt as to this man's commitment to the cause, that game went a long way in proving it simply wasn't the case. And this is Del Piero. Oh, what a... It's bounced back off the post. And it's Maldini. Played out wide. Jordi Alba cuts it out. Forlan. Now it's Dani Olmo. Messi. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. First quarter of an hour gone. Messi gets into a good position. Jordi Alba defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Looking for a runner. A slight Cantona! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Now that's well seen too. Messi. Can he get it through? Shot could be on. And he's can he finish? And it's a goal! The
Hello,
breakthrough
bro.
strike.
Zoro Atsi, welcome to the stream,
Moment
brother.
that needed composure, and he had
Nice
plenty
goal
of
by
it.
Well, he's a defender's
Petlo
nightmare. You try
Del
to send
Piero.
him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Nedved. And he cuts out the supply. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Jordi Alba is looking to influence the game from out wide. Here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And he's picked it up out wide. Here's a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Nedved wins the duel this time. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? The ball is loose and the chase is on. And the
There
shot!
will be 1 minute added time.
Forlan aims beyond the defence, and the half-time whistle goes. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Colorado Springs definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill it.
Oh, smash
Be
it! And yes, it's there!
Cantona.
They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans
Hello,
here
bro.
are pretty
Welcome to
fired
the
up
stream.
now.
After 51 minutes. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
The ball is bounced loose now. He's picked his way through. It's Forlan! And he looked every
Hello, bro.
bit
कौन
the
सा डिवाइस
assured
में
keeper
खेल रहे हो?
there.
फोन
That's
करना
very, very
iPhone
good. You can't
14
ask
Pro
for
Max.
much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that pass isn't the best. That has not gone well. Dani Olmo. And this is Forlan. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Great ball. Forlan! It's a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Hello, sir. Big fan.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And here's Del Piero. It's a threatening ball. An uncompromising challenge. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Might be danger here. And Messi!
हर बॉल थ्रू किथे पाना पे यार मैं
Like about this approach, get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually
बहुत
things
बेकार
might
गेम है
change
ये
for you.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Played out to the left flank, and it's Olmo. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Oh, that's fabulous.
ने स्लाइडा मरी
He
ਜਾਂਦੇ
certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Xavi Alonso. It's run loose here. Thinks about the shot. Goes for a shot! And another try! He can get that clear.
बेकार में ਟੰਗ ਨਾ ਦੀ
Jordi Alba.
ਗਾਲਾਂ ਕੱਢਣ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਰੂਹ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਗੇਮ ਨੂੰ
And that will be the final act. A game that is a tale of one that got
जोर
away.
भाई क्या हो गया
Position of great
ज़्यादा मैच
promise,
जीत के
they
लग रहा है
established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
Volunteers for each block, please report
Your
to the
reflections
staff room
then, Jim.
immediately.
ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਇਹ ਗੇਮ ਨੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੜਵਾਣੀ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਪੜਵਾਣੀ ਆ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਸਲਾਈਡ ਮਾਰ ਲਓ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਜੋ ਕਰਨਾ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਬੇਕਾਰ ਗੇਮ ਆ ਯਾਰ ਇਹ $1865 ਤੋਂ 1910 ਮਾਮਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਰ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ 1910 1865 ਤੋਂ
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition. And we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
ਰੁਕ ਕਾਹਨੂੰ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ
He's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's been won straight back. Can he get on the end of this? And the pass is intercepted. That's a cute ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Adriano.
मार एड्रियानो.
And the finish! It's in!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, easy pickings there. Tries to play it through. Oh, quality clearly deserted him.
और
at
दे
the
दे
crucial
पास मामा.
moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's Bale. Nedved.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, perfectly measured that.
और तेरी penalty.
Defending so alert. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Passing is crisp and sharp. And they're quick to get it back. It's Adriano! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Vieira going full tilt down the left. And now a sudden chance to counter. Maldini gets across to intercept that.
There will be
Well, the
1
run has
minute
been
added
sold a
time.
little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the...
And it's half-time here. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
अगर मैं
Some first-half thoughts?
मेसी को सेंटर में रख के इसको ऐसे करूँ
The
तो
boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Here we go again then.
Colorado Springs definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Pato. Knocks it into space. He's free, he has got space. Cleared away. Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
चल एड्रियानो हेड.
No, that was never going to make it. And that pass isn't the best. And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, good-looking ball. That's a good run down the left. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Aimed beyond the defence. He's cut it out. Abiati clears.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And this is Pato! Oh, Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Alexander Pato really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Leicester makes the interception. Vieira. He's found some space.
अबे कोई तो पेनल्टी दे दो.
He's there to belt it away. Pass somewhat off target. Nesta is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Can he get it through? And he was quick to react. That's a sharp pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
It's Pato! And he's only too happy to take that back. Searching pass he's played there. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Relief finally. Now at last they can...
ऐसे खिला के देखते हैं एक बारी. Can we get 5 more likes? Guys, can we get 5 more likes? Send your ID in the chat for account review. अगर कोई भाई account review करवाना चाहता है, send your ID username in the chat. Can we get 5 more likes?
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then.
Rafael van der Vaart will be key here, Peter. I've always admired him.
अबे यार.
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, it's Del Piero. And it's Lam. They've got a throw in. Lam. Deep cross. That's a decent clearance. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, that's well spotted. Knocks it out wide. And here's Del Piero. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Cruyff. Shot could be... And Del Piero!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Cross flung in towards the middle. It's a goal kick. Bergomi gathers from the goal kick. Oh, this looks sharp. Great vision.
Colorado Springs really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Can he get onto this? And the pass is intercepted. Decent chance! Oh,
Del
taken
Piero.
with style. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, it's mystified.
Del Piero! Alessandro Del Piero! Another ice-cool goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Tries to pass it through. Cruyff gets into a good position. Look at the space. And Del Piero! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he's intervened well there. It's run loose here. Steaming and a chance! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
De Bruyne. He's got away. Cruyff. Adriano.
There will be 3 minutes.
Picked out.
added time.
Chance! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So, and the first half is done.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1.
Substitution for Ajax. Number 4, De Bruyne.
Here we go again then.
17, Messi. Number 10,
Cruyff.
Number 7,
And it's Nedved.
Rooney.
It's a threatening ball.
Coming on the field.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And that's been won straight back.
Number 8, Bellingham. Number 26,
Alexander-Arnold.
Number 9, Owen.
That's Owen. Now, can they get him away? That's a little off target. Van der Vaart. That's an imaginative pass. That is a brilliant interception. And he's lost his man here. Salah! Oh, off the bar! Leicester attempts a clearance. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's a fine interception. Van der Vaart cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. We badly need some help here.
Oh, well played. Zola, the pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Tries to play it through, and he plays one through. Now it's Xabi Alonso. Alonso! Half an hour gone in the second half. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He's through, now is he in? Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Pierre has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
Xabi Alonso, that pass has been well intercepted. Knocks it into space. Costa Curta. Lam gets over and intercepts. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Del Piero. Pedri. That looks a decent ball. Van der Vaart. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away. And that is that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game.
Can we get 5 likes more?
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation ago.
Rafinha! Brilliant from Rafinha! About as smooth as it gets. And the game springs instantly to life.
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Can he get on the end of this? Neither of these two want to come off second best, and he's managed to get free. And the shot! Oh, super goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one.
Big chance! Really well taken goal. Back to within one. Interesting. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Rafinha. He's away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with it. Goes for a shot! It's in! And this is getting better and better. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan, and the shot! Off the post! And the ball's gone astray. Pelé going face to face with his great rival. Now the cross. Big header! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine header.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Threads one in. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, no joy this time. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task tutor, did he?
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested.
3 minutes at a time.
Now it's Pelé. Pelé, who's on a run down the left wing. It's Pelé! And that's off target.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
And it's half-time here.
transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
And we are underway again. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's whipped it across. Corner. And we have our very first corner. Can spring out of defence. Raul. Now it's Del Piero. Oh, well played, well played. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Aimed beyond the defence. Nice interception, well timed. Zanetti, a man never lacking in drive or determination. And he was quick to react. That has not gone well. Rafinha. Pele. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Bergomi. Messi and Mateus. Raul. The ball has bounced loose now. He's had it taken off him. Rafinha! Brilliant from Rafinha! A finish right from the top draw. Over the hills and far away. No catching them now. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing. Milan are having a ball here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's very neat. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. That looks a good ball through. Luis Suarez is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Look at the space here. Chance! Goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then.
When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
That's everything you want.
Howson. Nedved. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the run.
आज बहुत देर लाइव भाई मैं समझा बहुत देर क्या मतलब देर तक
Mateus. Neymar. Great vision. Tries to pass it through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Adriano chasing after it. The pass has gone astray. Nedved. Baresi demonstrating his defensive quality there. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Neymar.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And we're not going to make any further progress now. Neymar driving and a shot!
बच गए
And that would have been some goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Xavi Alonso. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And they're quick to get it back. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Cruyff. And here's Messi. Adriano can be a real threat inside the box. Opts to play it back. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, red. Nice interception. Nedved. And this is Messi. Cruyff. Knocks it out wide. Ball driven towards the far post.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated...
एड्रियानो
there's a
हेडर
good
तो मार
chance of
मेरे
a goal.
भाई
He's come in hard. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now he's got space here. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's tried one! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Messi. There is the half-time whistle.
1v1 ब्रो
It's a half of could haves and should haves.
करते हैं
but
भाई
as the
थोड़ी
whistle
देर तक
blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Hello,
Some
everybody,
first half
and quick
thoughts?
announcement now.
Well, it's been
We'd
nothing
like to
but
ask you all to
frustration,
kindly stay
really,
seated
Peter. I
during
think the
match.
team as a whole
Thank you for
has
your
to take
cooperation.
more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started. 0-0.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Mbappe. Coming on to replace him.
Here we go again then.
Number 20.
So neither side has yet broken through. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. In towards the back, right there! Against the crossbar! Decent enough try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ball's out once more. Adriano. It's going to be another throw. That has ended up in no man's land. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Now it's Messi. And this is Adriano.
Adriano really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Lam is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Nice sequence of passes, this. Now it's Batistuta. And here's Messi. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Kvaratskhelia. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, important interception.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Cross to the back post. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now it's Messi. Oh, well measured. And the shot! Oh, yes! It's there! Save the best for last!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So the first goal of the game. Thuram clears it away.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
1 minute added time.
Quality ball. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides... Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here.
I still feel that this man Diego Forlan is a little unappreciated, Peter, despite all of his achievements.
Why might that be?
I suppose the fact that success came slowly, his career has been a tale of patience and early setbacks, but that's what made him what he is now. In many ways, it's made him much stronger.
And now they can spring out of defence. Thuram makes the interception. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kvaratskhelia! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
And he's forced to go back. And it's Lam. Lam going full tilt down the left. Drives it in. Marquinhos is there and he can get that clear.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That's tidy. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Real chance! And it's a goal! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Lam delivers. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Can he get it through? Van Basten unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's made its way. And Del Piero! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Played into space. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lam plays it in. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Now it's Raul. Kvaratskhelia. And the finish! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And yes, it's him again. Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, this looks sharp.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Can he get on the end of this? Ribery. And here's Raul. Goes for a shot! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Colorado Springs really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one
Ribery! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? And Del Piero! Now, and it's come back out to him. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
that is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Played back in, spread it left. That is lovely. Oh, good-looking ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Howson calmly anticipates. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He has found a way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Del Piero. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed. Oh, they could be caught out here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Del Piero. Ribery. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lam. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Del Piero. Ribery. Ribery will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, there's a probing ball. Pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Del Piero! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Delivered with swing. Gabriel attempts a clearance. And here's Ribery. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Fogo against Italy.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I like the look of this guy, Eberechi Eze. Someone who has this unique swagger about him.
And Del Piero! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Messi. Messi, nicely spread. Great defending, strong and determined. Xavi Alonso.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Messi gets into a good position. Here's a chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Caught offside that time. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Lam. In with the challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Eze going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And this is Ribery. Oh, that's fabulous. There's the header! Goal! Botafogo!
Can we get
And Botafogo
4 likes
are
more?
in front.
4 like चाहिए हमें और.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Approaching the half-hour mark. Messi. Kaká. Messi. And that's a good ball. Hops for safety. Bergomi. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And here's Del Piero. And this is Ribery. He's shifting through the game. Ribery! It's Alonso!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Now he's got space here.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Pirlo, a true great in every sense of the word. And it's Eze. Oh, the ball's... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Great ball. And Mateus! He's got a goal! Italy are back in business. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Ribery purring through the gear. And there's the end of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Botafogo are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
On our shuttle bus service.
There's the whistle then to start the second half.
Botafogo are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team.
And the finish! Out for a throw. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Xavi Alonso. That has not gone well.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Always onto this. Shoots! And that's what you call inspired
हेलो
goalkeeping.
हंटर भाई, क्या
Very,
हाल
very
चाल
good.
है?
You can't ask for much more than that.
Italy with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. So it's going to be another corner. Italy have
Finally,
their
boys.
second corner now. He's got tall. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Now the cross. That has been knocked clear. Italy are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Adams. Eze. Messi. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's made its way to him. He has kept it out. What great reactions!
Congratulations. किस बात का congratulations?
Climbs up big! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Costa Curta. Adams. And it's Eze. He won't be happy with that one. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Played into space. Dinked through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And it's Eze. And this is Batistuta. Ball has bounced loose now.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
अबे क्या पास दे रहा है गंदा?
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go.
And he's had a hit! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Eze is offering a right smile there.
Driving forward.
बेकार
And
गेम.
there goes the final whistle. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, So bring it on. Hype, expectation,
आप यहाँ भी
emotion.
वहाँ भी
The game yet to kick off. The excitement already
मानिए ब्रो।
palpable.
जी जी ब्रो।
Well, the stage is set for a
ऐसा ही
stirring
है
showdown
दोनों
here. The
जगह।
supporters in great voice, and there's a
2
real
फ़ोन है
sense
ना
of
मेरे पास।
anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as this guy, Vinicius Junior, in some time.
Big chance!
अबे
Oh, that is
सुआरेस
very
क्या था ये?
close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
योर स्क्वाड ओपर स्क्वाड। भाई स्क्वाड से आजकल कुछ नहीं होता। कोनामी ऊपर से F2P वालों का साथ देती है पूरा।
And it's Luis Suarez. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Adriano. Great chance!
ये देखो
Well, he got rid because he was
एड्रियानो
under
भाई
pressure.
साहब हमारे फिनिश नहीं कर पा रहे।
Wriggles his way through. Lam stood his ground strongly. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
How that
देखो
cross missed everyone is an
क्या
absolute
हेडर मिस
mystery
कर
to
रहा है
me.
यार।
It warranted a finishing touch.
अगर ऐसी बात तो स्टैंडर्ड प्लेयर कार्ड से खेल के दिखाओ फिर। फुल स्टैंडर्ड प्लेयर स्क्वाड नोट वो भी खेल देंगे।
Lovely bit of skill. Now the ball in. He rises.
ये देखो
And it's goal! Botafogo!
कितना मिस कर रहे हैं। मेरी बैटरी परसेंटेज देख लो 6% है। 6% है। अगर बैटरी होती ना तो मैं स्टैंडर्ड टीम से खेल के दिखा देता आपको।
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Botafogo are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Looking for the run. Knocks it into space. Lam. Now here's the delivery. Tries to get it clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. Mateus. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
चलो फिर इस मैच के बाद फुल स्टैंडर्ड स्क्वाड ओके। ब्रो बैटरी मेरी 6% रह गई है। कल की स्ट्रीम पे खेलेंगे हम।
The pass is intercepted. And here's Suarez. Can he finish? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Mateus unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, there's a probing ball. Ball quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Nedved conjures time and space where few can.
बाकी अगर ऊपर का थीम यूनाइटेड कार्ड अगर सच हो गई तो पार्टी तो गया भाई। ठीक है पक्का मगर ऐसा होगा नहीं कभी।
Botafogo really should be happy to let this half run out
यूनाइटेड
now
को
and
पैक
go
कभी
again
नहीं आ
second.
सकता रोनाल्डो।
Danny Olmo is going to be disappointed with that. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Messi. And this is Adriano.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rijkaard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very
लाइक
much
कर
on
दो
the
भाई
ropes.
सब.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Botafogo head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And the second half gets underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. That is lovely. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's picked it up out wide. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Vinicius Junior. Botafogo do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly...
Shapes the shoots! It's a goal! Japan are level! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Can we get 3 likes more?
Substitution for Botafogo. Number 21.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He has found the way through. Terrific header. Dani Olmo. Nedved. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Vinicius Junior. Raul. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Botafogo are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some, and it's Nedved. And he's managed to get free, and he's in on goal. Takes a shot! Goal! Botafogo!
Can we get 3 more likes?
A truly wonderful strike.
We are near close to our target.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Botafogo get themselves into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Japan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Messi. Nedved. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Nedved. Now it's Bale.
And
he's worked it
has
through.
been indicated.
Rijkaard. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Nedved. And that will be the final act. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.
And
ये
now,
अटैकिंग गोल कीपर है, मुझे तो लगा डिफेंसिव ही है. अबे ये अटैकिंग आ गया, ये तो मुझे लगा डिफेंसिव है। सब कुछ ही है वैसे इसके पास, कार्ड तो बढ़िया है। चलो, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग द स्ट्रीम गाइस, विल सी यू गाइस टुमारो, लाइक सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।